Welcome. Today I will be paraphrasing, summarizing, and sharing for the May 2nd Al-Anon readings in Courage to Change and a little time to myself. We'll begin with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. I will take a moment and look this over. The question is, how does attending Al-Anon improve my life today? Excuse me. The passage is about a person who was getting their master's in psychology, was in their 5th year of therapy, but their therapist suggested that they try Al-Anon. So they went to their first meeting, then decided to go for the rest of the summer. They realized that no matter what the differences were, or the seemingly different things of each person who attended the meetings, that everyone was really dealing with very similar issues. This person did some things that had helped other members in the group, stopped putting a lot of energy into what people thought of them and just focused on themselves. Their confidence grew and they decided to stay when the summer ended. Today's reminder, when we approach meetings with an open mind, we get the help we need. The quote is from Discovering Choices, Recovery and Relationships. Our Al-Anon meetings are safe places where we heal and recover. So how does attending Al-Anon improve my life today? It provides a stability, a consistency, a source of acceptance, so comfort. It provides affirmations that I'm on the right track. It gives me ideas. It reminds me of all the tools that are part of the program. It gives me access to people who are in recovery, and it also lets me be possibly part of someone else's recovery. There are many, many ways that Al-Anon improves my life, which is why I continue to be a regular attendee of meetings. It's why I have a sponsor. It's why I'm always trying to work my program. It's why I make these videos every day. Because I truly believe in all the ideas, the steps, the concepts, the traditions. The more I learn about them, the more they make sense to me and the more they work for me in my life gently. And I love that. I love that Al-Anon is always reminding me that I can Easy does it is the way to go. I can be gentle. I can take what I like and leave the rest. It just makes everything seem manageable. And I really, really appreciate that. So I will take a moment and look this over. This passage is about receiving, listening and receiving direction from our higher power. How problems can be solved when we surrender and ask for help. This person talks about being in a very bad snowstorm, driving, couldn't see the lines on the road because the snow was covering it. They were just no visibility, so they decided to surrender and pull off to the side of the road when they realized that they could use the trees to help them gauge their position. And it says, help comes from unexpected forms. When we release our hold on problems, we become accepting of help. Today's reminder, we need to do lots of things for ourselves, but none of us can do everything on our own. We all need help and guidance and support. And our higher power can give us that, and our Al-Anon friends can give us that. And when we can get just enough space between us and our problems, that's when we often receive help. The quote is from This is Al-Anon. When we can let go of a problem, members can provide support. And we can get solutions from our program. And I think it doesn't mean like obviously we can't completely ignore our problems. I don't think it's saying that. I think it's saying like just to give a little, like for me, it's just that little bit of space, and it's so much easier to say than to do. But when I can just put a little space between me and my problem and ask for help, and I would probably ask my higher power for help. I would ask anyone who I thought might be able to help me for help. And of course, that's probably the most difficult part, is figuring out who might be able to help me with this. But I am not going to even pretend that I don't get really uptight and nervous, and because I 100% do. But I know that reading these passages over and over and over again and working my program is very helpful in planting those seeds in my head, so when I need them, they're in there. So I'm really glad that I read this today, because even though I don't feel like I'm dealing with any specific problem that I need help with today. I could be wrong, but I'm not. I don't think I'm in denial. I could be wrong. On the way home today, I got a Frosty at Wendy's. Have you ever had this? They have this thing where I live called a Thin Mint Frosty. Delectable. I got one. It was really good. And that's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of, am I in denial? Like, because like that has no nutritional value. I totally didn't have to have that. It wasn't healthy. It was delicious, but it didn't serve any purpose in my life. So I don't know. I may be in denial about that, a little bit of denial, because it's really hard for me not to eat certain foods that contribute nothing nutritionally. They're just fun to eat. So, like, I'm getting to an age where I don't have to eat that much, and I gain weight really easily. So, I don't know. That might be a problem that I need to get help for. But other than that, like, this just makes, again, like the other reading, it just makes everything seem like there's hope. And I love that. I love that so much about Al-Anon. We'll close out with the Serenity Prayer and 3 mindful breaths. Here we go. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Sending you love. Take care.